Russell Haver with the Russell Haver Group at eXp Realty in Las Vegas, and welcome to another episode of Community Connection. Today, we are fortunate to be with the lovely Hibs of Hibs Yoga. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Hibs, thank you for having us in today. You have a beautiful place here. Please tell me, what do you do here?
We teach yoga to people who are injured or having pain or people who are dealing with trauma. That's our specialty. And we also work with older adults, we work with beginners, and we work with experienced yogis and athletic people who maybe sustained injury or might be causing injury with their practice or their movement, and helping them to assess the injury, address the injury, and free themselves of that pain or whatever it is that's causing the injury, identifying the pattern and making sure that their practice is sustainable.
You have a lot of cool stuff in here. You want to kind of show me around?
Yeah, love to. So we love plants, obviously, lots of greenery all around the studio. Plants are real. We always have fresh flowers. Lots of fresh flowers in here. And we also love crystals. So we have lots of crystals on display to hold space, to create an ambiance, to have an energy in here. And we sell crystals as well. We have a beautiful retail space with all sorts of self-care items over here, including
what do you have over here?
essential oils, doTERRA brand. We have castor oil packs to help with injury recovery, and hot water bottles. We teach our students how to use castor oil packs, hot packs, diva cups for ladies, diffusers, our bath salts, which are made by our amazing studio manager. She has her company that does this. It's also really important for us to support and encourage entrepreneurship, and especially wellness related, or people who are light workers and working in that kind of healing arena. It's a very important thing for me. We also have blankets and leggings. People love yoga clothes. All kinds of props, because we also have an online component, so our students practice from home a lot.
Oh, really?
They join us virtually, and we have on-demand classes, so we want to set them up to be able to practice from home and keep their practice daily.
So where do they get access to that?
We have an on-demand website on Teachable. And we also offer Zoom classes live virtual, so they can join us from home if they can't make it in for the live classes.
That is very cool.
And we specialize in one-on-one support. So let's go into the practice room. I'll show you what we got going on in here. Beautiful medicine drum on the way in that was donated to us. We use a lot of ceremony, spiritual practices from India, as well as native practices. And we have these amazing plant stands. They're plexiglass dividers, real plants, crystals, and they hold space in between mats, so students have their own private space. And we also have a personal training program where a teacher works one-on-one with students during class. So you'd be assigned a teacher to work just with you throughout the whole class, hands-on with your specific injuries, your specific issues, holding space for you if you're processing something emotionally. And then the main teacher will be in the center of the room, right there with an iPad, kind of like 10 feet away or so from the teacher, so that the people joining virtually can watch the teacher during class, and the teacher can see the people at home as well. And we give one-on-one feedback virtually and verbally as well to people who are practicing from home.
Very nice. It smells so good in here, I have to say.
Yeah, we use a lot of essential oil and sage. We like to smudge in here. Sometimes we light incense and things like that. We try to keep it mild when the students are here, but in between classes, we cleanse it out and all that.
Smells good to me.
Great.
So how did you get started in this?
So I was a yoga teacher. I've been a yoga teacher since 2005. And then I started training teachers, kind of just a natural evolution of that. And then I became a teacher training director at a studio where I was getting really frustrated because they weren't hiring my trainees. They were outsourcing. And I felt like I needed a home base for all these people that I had trained to come together and have a viable career. As I mentioned, that's really important for me, teaching yoga. And throughout that process, I also realized from my own body, my own injuries, and the way that I was practicing, my practice evolved to become a lot more therapeutic, So it just kind of fused together, and I established this little niche of this is what I do, and really stepped into it and found a lot of gifts in that, and a lot of very powerful and effective ways to help people. It works really well. So that's basically how we got here.
So what do your clients love the most about what you do specifically here?
I think the main thing is the personal attention. It's a very small studio, so we know everyone by name. We know all our members. I can probably list them to you right now. We have concierge service, so all our students are assigned a specific administrative team member, a student support specialist who is their accountability buddy, making sure that they're taken care of, that all their needs are met, that they're getting the support they need with their practice and their membership. We also do a lot of hands-on, and in COVID times, we found that that has been so valuable and really, really important. So lots of very skillful, therapeutic, gentle, hands-on, instructional as well to help our students make sure that they're doing the poses correctly and in a way that's safe for their particular body, their particular injuries. So I think it's that like really high level of care that we provide, especially one-on-one.
What's something that most people don't know about your business or about yoga? Like something that, you know?
I love that question. I feel like yoga in general, it's so much more than an exercise. A lot of people come for the exercise, which is amazing. Come for whatever reason. You want to lose weight, you want to get more flexible, you don't feel like you can touch your toes, we're here for it. And then as they start to practice, they start to see so many shifts in all layers of their being, because your body is kind of like the final frontier. When something goes on in your head and you're thinking and stressing and anxious or sad and grieving, then it manifests through your emotions, and then your emotions affect your posture. You start feeling sad and hunching over, or stressed and kind of like bearing down on yourself. And then like when they come into yoga and they do these physical poses and they start moving their body and freeing up this energy, a lot of times people are surprised that it resolves a lot of emotional issues. It also changes limiting beliefs and thought patterns. They become a lot more powerful. They start standing up for themselves. They start making really powerful decisions, taking their healing into their own hands. And the transformation is absolutely incredible. It's so much more than stretching. And a big part of that is the breath work and the embodiment and the deep focus and the intention that we carry and that we hold in a yoga class. It's very different from any other kind of exercise.
Awesome. So I know everyone loves you, but I want to know what the experience is like when someone comes in from this front door, right by Lindo Machoacan, which we all know the big orange building, right?
Yeah.
We're right next to it. So
Awesome
I want
too. Great food.
Fantastic. The place is amazing. You might stretch out, get some yoga after, before, I don't know.
Yeah.
But what is it like, the experience from when they come in the front door to going through a session? Show me.
So when you walk in, first thing usually people say is it feels really good in here, or it smells really good in here, or it's beautiful in here. First impressions are really important to us.
Yep.
And lasting impressions. So walking in, you'll be greeted by one of our amazing student support specialists. This is Kate, our studio manager and guardian extraordinaire. She'll hand you a basket, or whoever's at the desk will hand you a basket. You'll put your shoes, your keys, any personal belongings that you want with you near your mat in this basket. So you don't want to bring anything that's too big, because this is all you get. And you'll also be given an essential oil spray. We have signature blends that we make here in the studio: a calming blend, an uplifting mood blend, a grounding blend, and an energizing blend. So you choose one, you can put it in the basket with you. You can also grab a tea, or let this person at the desk know which type of tea you'd like. We have a tea service after class. Our student support specialist will run the tea out to you after your practice. And then when you walk into the practice room, you can utilize the benches here to take your shoes off, get your stuff together, and then you'll be guided to one of these stations. And it'd be cool to see how the stations are set up. Really beautiful, lots of space. You can set your stuff down on a shelf or on the ground next to you, and all props are provided. I'd love to show you some of our props.
Yeah, let's see those. You got a large space here.
Oh yeah, we can hold up to 55 mats at
Wow.
full capacity. So it's a big space. Although our class sizes are really small,
Oh.
we cap our classes at 10 students currently.
Wow.
So we have these bolsters. They're vinyl covered. They're sprayed down and washed after every use. We cover them with like a cloth covers that are laundered professionally. And we have straps, yoga blocks. In here we have yoga mats and yoga mat props, as well as padding for the knees. All of these are cleaned after every single class. And we also use blankets like for our private sessions, which are also laundered professionally. So all of that will be provided for you. And then when you're done with class, we usually exit out the back door, and these chairs and tables and things are set up for our students to take a seat and get their shoes on and grab their tea and hang out if they like. And that's basically it.
So this studio is amazing. So tell me kind of like, what's one of like the most memorable experiences you've had with a customer, or any sort of, amazing story?
Oh, I love that. Let me feel into that. I have a student who came to me at first because she was actually here before I took over the studio. She was an original member, and she just really loved a strenuous, strong practice. She just really wanted to do all the things, the handstands and the back bends, and just like was really pushing in her practice a lot too, and had like something to prove almost on her mat, and very much in denial about any kind of injuries or traumas or anything like that. Just really was here to get fit. And she decided very courageously to take a yoga teacher training because she really loved yoga and she wanted to share it with other people. And ultimately she wanted a sense of inner peace, and that's what she felt a taste of and she knew she could dive deeper into. So she took the training and she decided that she was actually an amazing yoga teacher and joined our staff. And then from then took every single training that I ever offered at the studio. She became a one-on-one coaching client with me for her spiritual business. She generated $25,000 in revenue above what she normally makes the first month of coaching with me, because she really dove in mind, body, soul, emotion with so much willingness, with so much receptivity. I mean, this person, if I could draw you before and after picture, you would not even believe how much she was able to unpack in terms of her fear and her limitation, and even the freedom that she has in her body now. She's uncovered and worked through a myriad of injuries in that process and has become an amazing teacher because of it. So now teacher, healer, leader, from a person who is just here to do handstands. I think that's phenomenal.
That's amazing. So that's a very inspirational story. I would love to know, what are your goals for the business, personal? Talk to me.
My main goal, which is my mission, is to help people understand and feel into the possibilities that are available to them with a yoga practice, to share the healing gifts of this practice to as many people as possible, especially in our community here in Henderson and Las Vegas. It's really important to me that we get our message out. So when you reached out to me about doing this, and Kate told me, hey, someone wants to share what we do, I was like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's share what we do with as many people as we can. I feel like what we have to offer is really special and important. So that's our main goal right now, especially as we made a lot of changes since COVID, like with the plant stands and emphasis on the one-on-one things that I feel the business has been calling for, that we now had an excuse to kind of just go ahead and do, like giving more options for our students to join virtually and all of that kind of thing, on-demand classes to have a more consistent home practice. So really this year is focused on letting people know this is who we are, this is what we're doing, and really, really standing in that so that we attract the students that we are meant to serve. And also for the business to really cultivate our skillfulness with that one-on-one attention, whether it's in class hands-on or in our customer service, or however that we address the specific needs that the students come with. So that's business goals.
Personal? Yeah.
Personally, I'm focusing on my spiritual business coaching. I find that as I've been really stepping into my gifts, and I really see my business as like a starseed of my soul's expression, seeing that manifest and seeing how when I really lean into what my purpose and what my calling is, not getting so caught up in how other people do it or what people expect or any kinds of fears or doubts I have about the value of what I'm offering or the worthiness of me or my people or whatever. And I just kind of push that aside and really tap into my spirit and my purpose, and I share that. I see abundance in all areas. I see abundance in my time freedom. I see abundance in my financial freedom. I see abundance in my ability to share and give back and provide more opportunities to other people in the community. So I want to pay that forward, and I've been doing some spiritual coaching for the past 2 years, really diving in with other entrepreneurs in the health and wellness industry or people who are light workers like therapists, and helping them to kind of shift their careers in that direction so that they can really step into their purpose and what they're meant to be doing here and receive those same gifts.
That is very cool. So, Hibs, tell me, what do you got going on here? You got any specials, promotions, anything like that people should know about?
Absolutely. So we focus here on several tiers, I guess. The first tier is the entry-level tier. So this is for students who want to dabble in the practice, see what we do here, and just get a taste and a feel. We have a new student special right now that is a personal training special. Our personal training session is normally $100. We're giving that for $77, and it includes, as a bonus, 10 days of unlimited practice here, both in person and online.
Oh, wow.
So that is our new student special currently. So in that personal training session, you'll meet with one of our expert yoga therapists one-on-one who will help you in your practice with any specific needs or concerns for that whole hour that you're in class. Then the next tier up is our teacher training tier. So in that tier, I have a 200-hour yoga teacher training program that's for people who want to become yoga teachers. I have a 300-hour advanced yoga teacher training program for people who are already teachers wanting to hone in on their skill set and establish a viable career teaching yoga. It's very business focused. I have a diamond advanced training that was coming up in August, and this is for yoga teachers who want to explore the therapeutic benefits of yoga and how to work with people one-on-one, include more therapeutic elements in their public group classes, and do more hands-on, and build their confidence in anatomy. And then I have another tier, which is one-on-one coaching. So that's going to be either one-on-one business coaching or one-on-one yoga therapy coaching, depending on the needs. So that's kind of like where we go. There's also an online program called the Sapphire that's hybrid, online, in person. And that's for people who really want to explore the spirituality, who maybe aren't necessarily as interested in the physical aspects, but are really wanting to go deep into the spiritual aspects, to do shadow work, deep inner work, uncover anything that's getting in their way, and then let their light shine through. That's happening as well.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, lots going on.
So where can everyone find you? How can they find you on social media? Like, what's the best way to get in touch? Because this is all amazing.
We're really active on Facebook at Hibs Yoga, on Instagram, Hibs Yoga. Those two platforms are where we're most active and responsive. And we're also here at the desk, mornings, afternoons, evenings. Usually it's best to make an appointment to make sure that someone's here to greet you and they're expecting you. So you can call or text us or email us, and we'll get back to you any of those ways.
What's the best email, best contact?
Best email is hibs@hibsyoga.com.
Okay.
Phone number is 702-568-9642. We also have a text only line, which is 702-551-1171.
Wow. So, Hibs, I gotta know, how long have you been in town for?
I've been in Vegas almost 10 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
You've seen a lot in those last 10 years, huh?
Yeah, I've seen a lot. And I've gotten to know the community here, especially in Henderson. It's amazing.
What do you love? Like, what are some places you like to go, eat, have fun? What do you like to do?
I think what I love, especially being a small business owner, is just how many small businesses there are in town and getting to know other small business owners. Right here in our shopping center, there's a pasta shop, which is like a landmark here in Henderson. There's the owners who passed, his wife does artwork and it's displayed for sale all over the restaurant. The food is really amazing, fresh pasta made from scratch. I love that place. My brothers own a Mediterranean restaurant that's around the corner called Hummus, Bowls and Wraps. They have like 4 locations now in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And it's amazing. It's like a Chipotle, build your own wraps, bowls, accommodating to all kinds of diets. People are gluten-free, vegan, non-vegan, all of it. It's delicious food. And yeah, I love food, obviously.
Hey, I do too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's a really great one that's kind of far from here that we make a trek for called Old School Pizza. It's like far north, but it's just amazing pizza, mom and pop place, pizza from scratch, so good.
Nice.
And just like the lakes and like there's Sunset Park around here is a huge park, lots of playgrounds, lots of green area, huge beautiful lake like Duck Pond, hiking spots. There's a really great trail out in Anthem. There's Red Rocks and Mount Charleston. Of course, lots of concerts and nightlife here, as everyone knows, but when you dig deep into what's happening locally or downtown, it's pretty amazing what people are doing.
Very nice. So is there anything else you want to share with everyone watching about yourself or your business? Because this has been amazing, and thank you so much for having us.
I think just to let people know that there's a different side to Vegas that they may not have considered, that Vegas isn't just casinos and gambling and staying out really late and being super tired and drunk. Like there's a lot of community, there's a lot of connection, there's a lot of soul, there's a lot of vibrancy, a lot of culture, and a lot of healthy mindset actually. Like we do pretty well here as a yoga studio. People are interested in their health and wellness. There's a lot of nature out here and a lot to do for families too. I have a toddler and I'm never out of things to keep him busy. So I think that's something I'd love people to know about us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hibs, for having us in today. Your place is amazing and what you're doing is outstanding. I hope to stay in touch with you and watch you grow. Thank you so much.